Okay then. Here we go. Hi everyone. Let me just check that everything is set up right. So yeah, I'm back after another break last week. I was not feeling well last Monday. I had this nasty headache and it lasted for pretty much the whole week last week, but I'm finally doing better. But then we had another thunderstorm today, and I was again worried that I may have to cancel another stream. Luckily, I did. It did not have to. So lots of stuff going on in the chat pre-stream already. So let's go through some of it. So we have a new follower. I was wondering how to pronounce it. Is it this is complicated. I'm my Cali one. I butchered it. I'm sorry. Anyway, thanks for following. Also, we have Special Geek in the chat. Nice to see you. For you guys who don't know, Special Geek is a streamer and a YouTuber himself, and overall a big positive influence in the community. So I did want to give you a shout out. Everyone go follow his channels. You can get his Twitch account here, and he also has a YouTube. So look that up as well, or feel free to post any links in the chat yourself. So yeah, I'm doing fine now. Happy to be back streaming, and glad to see all of you here. So what are we doing today? Last time, 2 weeks ago, I was working on some of the product design and marketing stuff for Office Management 101. So I'm thinking I'm going to continue that. I have been working a little bit on it since then, but I did not make that much progress last week because I was sick and all. Just mostly sleeping and whatnot on some of those days. So I guess let's get right on it then. I'm not sure about the microphone placement here though. Just a moment. Okay, so let's launch the game. I have something set up here. Kind of something where I experimented on some of the stuff, and I can show you what I've been up to then. So last week, I'm not sure, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, we were able to create a product for the company and you could assign people to work on it, but not too much else. There was some marketing stuff as well. So one of the things that I did was try and draw some icons for all this new functionality. One of them is this this screw icon here. I'm not sure about that one because this is supposed to be the button that you press to create new products. And I already had this screw drawn for something else that I ended up scrapping. So I figured like maybe a screw could represent like overall products. As I'm using these briefcases for contract work, I did not want to reuse the same icon for company's own products, right? So that's like one thing that I worked on. I guess I can quickly show some of the other icons as well. So this is my icon sheet here. Oh, by the way, I do have to ask, just in case, last time my sound levels were off again, so are they correct today? If there's any problems, be sure to let me know. So is the music too loud, too quiet? Is my microphone too loud or too quiet? And all that. So anyway, these are the icons that I drew. So for the products, I used the screw then. This is for creating one. This is when it's the work on it has been completed and you can like mark it done. This would be when you want to cancel it for some reason. And this is supposed to be you probably can't see it very well, but it's supposed to be a champagne bottle opening. And I'm meaning to use this icon for product launching. So, you're asking or suggesting to use a tool like a hammer or a screwdriver instead. The problem is that I'm using a monkey wrench for engineering already, so I don't think I should reuse that. And a hammer and a screwdriver icon represents repairing or fixing something like a furniture or machines or something like that. So say there are like handy workers in the game, and if something breaks, they will go around with their hammer and like knocking on the stuff. So okay, thanks for reporting for the sound. Seems to be in order. And yeah, I do appreciate the suggestions for the icons. And like obviously you don't need to know, or you don't know all the details about the game just yet, compared to the developer himself, right? So it's so it was a reasonable suggestion for sure, so I do appreciate it. Just yeah, I've used those icons for already existing things. I also thought of using a box that is open. I do have a box icon here. But since the paperwork stuff in the game also uses boxes, and also gifts use boxes, I did not want to reuse that. Once again, for product launching, I googled some icons and I saw that a lot of those use like a rocket for the launch icon. So if I decide that this champagne bottle is not clear enough, maybe I'll try and make a rocket launch icon instead. And you know, same for these. Like none of these icons have to be final. Also for all of these here. I can quickly explain these again as well. These go for the demographics. So these are the teenagers, the adults, the seniors. This is randomizing stuff. So these are the gender icons, this being the non-binary. And then these should represent wealth. So like a coin, sort of an icon. So the lowest earning people would use this one coin, and the middle class would use these two, and the highest earning people would use these 3 coins. So yeah, lots of icons, and I'm sure plenty more to come. One thing that I don't have icons for right now are the perks in the game for the characters. So slacker, fast metabolism. Let's see what else we have. Low motivation, slob, coffee addict, likes, and so forth. So all these perks, I feel like, could also use icons in front of them, so they're like easier to grasp by just looking at these or these lists. And I'm sure there's like plenty other stuff that I can add icons for. Lots of icons here in the menus as well. Some of these have been kind of complicated to come up with, since they're kind of small. They're all like 14 by 14 pixels. And it's kind of like a challenge to draw these. Sometimes it's hard to put all the details in there to make it clear enough what it is. But I also love drawing those icons. Like out of all the things that I draw for the game, I feel like the icons are the things that I like drawing the most. So anyway, marketing. So maybe I should like create a new company and go through all the steps so I can explain it all again. I did some of that last time, but since it's a bit more fleshed out now, I feel like it's fine if I redo all that again. And you know, some of the viewers maybe did not see the stream last time. So let's quickly see who we want to be here. One thing I noticed recently was that I don't have any black pants in the game, which would go well with the suit. So So I probably should add black pants as well. So what's my name today? Yeah, that's a good name. Name today. My company will be called best company ever. So I do always like to pick engineering because I do associate myself with an engineer the most. And then marketing probably will be my main pick from now on as well. Today mostly because I want to test and show the marketing stuff. So yes. So yeah, I do agree with that. Having, just to be clear, answering the question in the chat, which is or the comment in the chat, which is love the choices, makes the game much more fun to, and it's more personal to the players, and that you agree. I will try to add much more personalization for all this stuff, like this says no person, no man, no woman head comes from a mod I did in back in December for the holidays. So anyway, let's hire her. You already can change the names of the employees you buy, hire. So like I can oh wait, I was thinking of calling her Special Geek, but since you're not of the same gender, maybe I shouldn't. So I'll call her Snow Person instead. Also, this is something that a lot of players seem to miss. The fact that you can actually raise the wage for the employees. And what that gives is more loyalty from that person. So I don't know how I should approach that, or how I should make that more clear. Yeah, that's like the sort of customization that I definitely do want to add more into the game. So, long talk short, we need some decorations in the office, or some furniture. So, what else do we need? We need like 3 or 4 more tables. I usually place them like this in this level, but just to make it more different this time. Sorry. Let's place them like this. Not that it's much more interesting this way, but at least it's different. So chairs here, 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 here. And then we need So another thing that a lot of players do at first is start building rooms right away. Say an office. But they don't realize that that's a quick way to bankrupt yourself. So actually you don't need offices right away. So maybe that should be like a locked feature at first. And then as you progress through the game, then you unlock that feature. The same way you unlock furniture levels right now. So that way it would be harder to bankrupt yourself right away. So usually I placed the CEO over here and a manager next to him. So and yeah, that was kind of a shout out to you, but not to throw any shade on you, because it wasn't your fault exactly. If you know, it's in many ways fault of the game design if the player can do something that hurts them right away without knowing that it does. So we also have Justin in the chat, so hi. And yes, I am having a super day because I can stream again after missing quite a few streams in the past month. So I hope you're having a great day as well. So anyway, I already had engineering skills, so we don't need an engineer, but we do need a designer. And then let's start looking for new employees, because I also need a tester. And let's unpause then. Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, but this pause button here up in the corner was blinking. And that blinking is something that I've added since I released the demo. Just to point it out that the game starts paused. Because that was also something that I noticed from a few YouTubers, that people sometimes miss that. And you know, usually they figure it out eventually. But you know, again, it's the game designer's fault if stuff like that happens. So who do we have then? Let's pause. We have a new janitor. We don't need one yet. We also don't need a handy worker yet. So let's keep going. So who did we need? We needed a tester. Still none. There is some balancing in the back end of this employee searching. So the way it works is that, imagine there's like a bowl, sort of, you throw like different employee choices in that pool, or the game throws them in there. So I'm not sure by memory like what choices they are exactly, but let's say 2 of each. So it throws like 2 engineers there, 2 designers, 2 janitors, and so forth, right? Two of everything. And then when you start looking for new employees, it picks like those employees out of that bowl one by one. And eventually you're gonna get like 2 of each as you go through like picking them. And once that bowl runs empty, then a new set is generated again and thrown again into the bowl. So this way it's kind of like more balanced, because if it was completely random, it sometimes could get like I don't know, 10 janitors in a row and no testers that I'm looking for right now. But even right now, even in those bowls, or in that bowl, even if there is like 2 testers, I still might get all the other jobs first before I get those testers. So it might take time, it might not. So there's some randomness in there, but it's somewhat balanced. So normally playing this right now, you would also look for contract work, just so you can kind of balance the wages that you have to pay for the employees that you have already. But on the other hand, like maybe it wasn't the best choice to even hire the engineer right away. Like there is like an availability limit. Like if you find a new employee, they will be available to hire for about 2 weeks. If I remember right, or is it 1 week? I did this quite a while ago, so I don't remember exactly. So anyway, the availability of them is limited. So that way you do have like some pressure to hire the person right away. But let's see, did we get a tester now? We did not. We did get a marketer though. I wonder if I should... Well, my lights were just blinking. So yeah, we had a thunderstorm earlier the day. And usually I just turn everything off when a thunderstorm happens, because I don't want any power surges or power outages to mess up any of my electronics. And I don't have any protective equipment like an I don't know what's it pronounced like in English, a UPS, what's it, some kind of power or something. Anyway, I don't have that. So any power surges or power outages caused by the lightning might mess with my things. So I usually turn everything off. Power surge. with a U. I don't know how, maybe my pronunciation of that is wrong. You know, when the lightning hits the wires, pretty much. So anyway, what brought this on right now was that my lights were blinking, and hopefully the power won't go out in the middle of the stream or something. So anyway, what was I doing now? I was gonna hire this guy, this kitty cat tester. And who else do we need then? We have an engineer, we have a designer, tester. Actually, we do need either a marketer or an engineer after all, because the CEO can only do one job at a time. Since the marketer is cheaper, let's get her. And she seems to be a clone of our manager. We also need lights in here. They're going to sit in the dark. So how about some lamps for the brother? Lamps for the brother. And then let's get another table for paperwork, because that sometimes piles up. So that can be in the corner here. Could also get some plants and stuff. So plants and lamps and stuff, those raise the work quality of the employees. Anything else now? Noticing another bug here, that this employee is kind of rendered oddly. I've known of this bug for years, actually, but I didn't have like a good solution here. But I do have something in mind, like when the employees, like between tiles, are walking from tile to tile, and one of those tiles is a chair, then maybe I should just draw it on top of or draw them sitting on the chair after all. Or another option would be to just spawn them next to the chair right away. So yeah, there's like some hacks I can do there. Okay, so now we have all we need, I think. So let's make sure. So let's make a phone. So those of you who have not seen this system yet, you can drag these components around, and the way you place them determines the effects on the product. So any of these blue components in this row will raise the production cost of the product. So ideally, maybe you'd want to have this in this bottom row. And then what else? Then you can pick like what do you want to prioritize. And I've been having like a dilemma with these values up here. So like if I put this over here, it subtracts one from denatures, one desirability point. And I've been like debating what exactly to do with this, and I'll show that in a moment. So let's keep it like more interesting, just to give an example here. So I'll keep this -1 here. This will also be shown here. Now I can assign the manager. Then the engineer will be the CEO. Then designer will do designing. Tester will do testing. And then in the marketing tab here, you also see these effects, and this is where you can change the sale price. I have not translated this this pop-up yet. I should do that. So anyway, this is where you set your sale price, and that will also affect some things. I can explain that in a moment. So what else we have here? This is how much profit the product has made. This is how much it costs to make 1 unit of that product. And so some statistics will also be shown here. And I will try to make this look prettier, but for now at least I needed some way to see all this information. So let's assign OZ here into marketing. The marketing focus is also something you can pick, and let's take female here. So now as they work, there's some new icons here. So this is the screw icon that I was showing earlier. This shows for the manager working on this product, and this speaker icon shows that this person is working on the marketing for that product. So the quality right now does not matter for the products that you make, although I do want to make that have some effect. And as the marketer works now, they are adding awareness to the target group that I selected here. You can break that down by other categories, like income levels and all that. So I also do want to show percentages here, like percentages of the total population of this map or region or whatnot. So as the marketer adds awareness, this kind of determines the ceiling of how many units of that product you can sell. So only people who are aware of the product will be like the people that can even buy this thing, because if they have not heard of it, they cannot buy it, right? So that's how the marketing part works here. And basically each of this awareness point represents one person. So 7 people have heard of this product right now. We should make sure the math is correct here when it's broken down, because it wasn't yesterday. I was working on this yesterday. So let's see, we have 7 total. Out of those 7, all are female. One of them is a teenager of middle income. And then the 6 others are 2 from lower income, 3 from middle income, and 1 from upper income. And I could like change the focus here if I wanted to. Say to, I don't know, adults. We can let it run a little bit. And then see again. So now we have like a more varied selection of people who have heard of this. So anyway, right now these desirability bonus points or negative bonus points here affect the sold units calculations, and it's not, the product is not out yet, not out in the market. So that means people are not buying it yet because, well, they can't. So first my employees here need to finish this, and then we can launch it. But we can still build awareness before all that. Oh yeah, I should also mention that right now you can only set 1 engineer here, but I want to make it show that that you can add more engineers to a project, or not engineers but marketers. So that's something that I might actually work on today. Let's see, depending on how the stream goes. So how far along are we here anyway? So almost done. The designer is kind of lagging behind the others because the engineering and testing is already done, and the management also. But that's because the designer is slacking off here. I could send him back to work, but I guess let's do it then. Yeah, sure. now the manager is slacking off and the others too. So it's understandable. It's Friday. People are like getting bored of their work. They just want to go home to do their weekend stuff. I don't know, go party or just hang out with friends and family and whatnot. But amazingly, it seems like they somehow managed to get themselves together and finish this product. Although, one of the things I've been wondering here is the timelines. Like, it only took, what, like a week to complete this. So maybe it should take longer? Not sure. Because on the other hand, I do want the contract work to sort of reflect the same stuff. So like right now, if you get a contract work deal to work on, then it usually level 1 projects contain just one task. So either engineering, design, or testing. But the way I'm thinking of it is like that contract work is actually your competitor working on a product that they want to launch. And they will offset or like contract out some of that work that they don't want to or can't do themselves. So you can help them out by doing contract work for them, but that means that you're helping out your competitor in a way, if you want to compete with the exact same product type. So that way, like I don't want the tasks themselves to last longer when you're doing it for your own company. So I don't know how to solve that exactly then. So anyway, let's click this button. This didn't exist last time that I was showing this off. So this is the step where you like declare this product done, like the work on it done, but not launching it yet. So we get like a overview of what work has been done, and I still need to make this look a little bit better. Maybe add some more information here and whatnot. Not sure what though. I guess the product type, maybe I don't know, something else here as well. Anyway, right now it's showing the experience levels that everyone gained. And this is pretty much I copy pasted the submit view from when you submit contract work, and then you have like the client boss face here as well, with a quote from him and some other stuff like how much money you gained and so forth. So it disappears from here now because there's no more work to be done on it, but it still stays around in the marketing view. So one thing that I don't have here yet is a launch date. So I'm thinking of like having the option to announce a launch date beforehand, and if you do that, then you get some sort of, I guess, awareness bonus. And what else? But it also would give you like an obligation to launch the product on that date, or if you don't, then you get some sort of negative effect from it. So I don't know, maybe it will subtract some desirability from it or something like that. So that way you will need to decide a launch date beforehand and hoping that you will get the product out by then. Or if you don't, then you'll have to postpone it then and get something negative out of it. So now we have this champagne bottle icon here. I don't know how clear that is, that it's a champagne bottle opening icon. And it was pretty hard to draw this in this small resolution. So if that's not clear enough, then maybe I will try and draw a rocket icon instead. So anyway, so now if you do click on it, it disappears, but I also want like a pop-up here that would ask you if you're sure you want to launch it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. So maybe that's something also that we can do today. And now the product is out in the world, and the marketer will continue working on it, and it will start selling units. So basically now we can take the AAA game company approach and pretty much fire everyone, because you know the product is out. We don't need these people anymore. So let's be the evil CEO and just inhumanely fire everyone, except the marketer. And the CEO, because I can't fire the CEO anyway. Oh yeah, this newspaper actually. I do need to add the new icons here as well. I suppose. It's gonna be a long list though. I think it's gonna need a third page, I guess. Not just these two. So I don't know, maybe it will be a bit too overwhelming. So also, products are sold regardless of your marketer working or not. So it also would sell on the weekend when no one's in the office. So that is just tied to the awareness numbers. Have not sold any yet though. I hope we sell some soon. Would be nice to make some money. It could be that the price is too high. Actually, now that I think about it. Let me quickly check the calculation for it. Did I add the price there? I did not. So it should be selling at whatever price, because the price is not part of the calculation yet. So I wonder what's going on. I mean, I did try it yesterday, but maybe there we go. We have sold our first unit here. Finally. So the buyer was a middle-income female adult. Yay! Took a while though, so maybe we did not have enough awareness of the product, and you know, all these things definitely need balancing still. Yeah, it's have some formula there, but I need to test it out and see what works and what doesn't. One of the things that I'm thinking is that the awareness should rise faster than it does. Also, we sold another phone to a middle-income male adult. So let's speed up time here. So now when we have the weekly finance report, we can see how much money we made. So we have our product, Babel. Oh yeah, I did not even change the name for it. So we have the sales and the cost of the production is subtracted from it, and then we have the total balance of getting $18 from these 3 units that we sold. Not a lot, to be honest. So, but the calculation seems right. So I think I've fixed that part at least. That was also something that I noticed was off yesterday. Like the sold units and the profit did not match. So nice to see that it's matching now. So anyway, what if I set the price to be like a lot? Kind of like Apple style here. Oh, throwing shades on Apple. And yeah, I'm making bucks now. that would work on you in real life. You mean high prices? Yeah, sure. I mean, high prices kind of make it seem like the product is more desirable sometimes. Like, makes it seem like it's higher quality. But what I was thinking for these calculations is that I'll set some like price valuation in the calculations, and those will depend on the income levels. So lower income people are less willing to pay higher prices. Like these upper income people are more willing to pay the higher prices. But there's like more lower income people than there are higher income people. So there has to be like some sort of balancing there from the player, and also like depending on who you even market to. So basically the way it is right now is that you can like sell this stuff endlessly. There's no competitors selling anything, and it will never go out of fashion. And one of the things that I do want to add is trends, but I have not gotten to that yet. And that was also something that I was thinking of working on today. But we'll see if I get to it or not. But yeah, pretty much like you can endlessly market this and it will sell. But pretty much until you run out of the people to sell to. But that number is like absurdly high. Like there's like 10 million people in this level. So until you sell like 10 million units, you're not gonna run out of people. I think maybe some of the calculations will be affected though. So like the bigger percentage of people you've sold it to, the less it's still going to sell. So yeah, maybe it will be harder to get all of them, like all the people in the country or in the level or whatnot. But you can still get like a absurd high amount. But as it is right now, the product is not. Oh wait, at this price, it's bringing in enough profit to pay the wages for the marketer, isn't it? What does the marketer cost? 96 per day. That's like 500 about per week. So yeah, it should bring in enough profit at this price. Yeah, but that's I do think that the prices should be lower, and awareness should raise faster, and thus these old units will also raise faster. Okay, then let's actually get some work done today. I've been explaining this for an hour now, and actually haven't done anything. So this is turning out to be one more of those devlog style streams, I guess. But still, wait, I was gonna show what I was gonna do first. And that was adding more marketers to the project here. And it's getting hot in this room again. Like usually these days, the past few weeks, we've had like a crazy heat wave, and I have no ventilators or anything, no what's it called, like any climate I'm forgetting the word right now. Okay, whatever. Basically I don't have any way to lower the temperature in my room, so it's been crazy high. But like yesterday it was better, today it has been fine, more or less, because we had that rain and stuff. The problem is now though that when I'm streaming I close the blinds, and even though the window is open, the blinds are blocking the stuff from outside, the air from outside. So even though it's like nice and cool outside, it's like 30 plus degrees right now in my room already, and it is hot. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I do feel like sweaty all over. It's nasty. It's nasty. Product pop-up, and where's the marketer? Where are you at, marketer? Okay, here. So this is a loop that goes through all the marketers for the product, and then lists that stuff. So basically what I should do here is that once I assign a marketer, then a new task should be added. So where is that added then? stuff, select dialog. The choice happens here. And here. Kind of have an idea then where to go from here. Marketing task. So where was that stuff thingy? I need to add the functionality of adding the task here then. So the easy way to do that would be just like this. But it will need some checks. Let's start with this right now. So now every time I change the marketer here, it should add a new task. There we go. The problem is though that like if I change it again here, it adds another one. It's not updated yet. That also needs to be added here. But if I close the pop-up and open it again, then it shows up. So there's like two empty ones now. That's not exactly what I wanted. So that's why I need to add some checks here. Let's see. So I should go through this loop again. Let's quickly check. Yep. And I'll have a variable here that stores the fact that the tasks are assigned or not. All tasks assigned. So we'll assume at first that they're not. Wait, let's assume that they all are. And if one of these isn't, is assigned. So if it isn't assigned, then we change this into false. And if it's false, Wait, if it's true, then, only then, we add a new one. And I'll copy this here as well. And also to break the loop here. So this way, now that I add a new one, or assign a new one, no more will be added until all these are filled. And also, another improvement here would be to make it show up properly. Can't really demonstrate it. If I do remove this check here again, then I can show it. And I did show it a few times already, but just to reiterate. Oh darn, I actually can't. Anyway, the problem was that when I set a employee here and the new task is added, it's not showing up right away. So how would I go about fixing that? Usually I have these update listener thingies that refresh and like redo all the stuff. Or add new stuff when needed. And these are called, like after a certain periods of time. Justin, heading off. Yeah, it was nice to see you on the stream again. So have a good night, and thanks for coming by. But yes, so I should add one of these for this update stuff. For this task update stuff, but for that to work properly, should probably copy all this out a function that contains this stuff. But wait, where does it end exactly? Taking all this block here, cut, then some function will be here. And scrolling up here. Render project marketing task is what I'll call this. It kinda messed up here. Let's see. Like this. So I do need a bunch of these variables in though. And the task one as well. Here. What else is broken? I guess this thingy should be here. Oh yeah, and also the identification here. ID. Wait, though. Not sure what to call it exactly. I don't know, we'll see. And now I need to call this function here. So first of all, project, then task, then then open content table. There was something else. Scroll pane. So this on its own does nothing. But if I do add a update listener here, and that listener goes through all this. Should also store the count for the tasks, maybe. Or never mind, I can probably do without. So anyway, we need to give this a name. So this is the project marketing tasks. This is just an identification that helps it tell apart from different ones of these listeners. Kind of hard to explain that, but just trust me here that it's needed. So now here I need to check if this already exists, and if it doesn't, then it should render it. How do I check that exactly? One way would be to give this table here a name. Set name. Then I can look it up by that name. The name can be basically this. And then here I can check for that. If open content table find actor is not null. Wait, is null. Then we can assume that it does not exist here. And then we update it or add it to the list. And also another thing that I do is make sure that this update listener is called every time you take action. So that means using this nifty line. And I will put that here and here. So now to test all that, we need a new project. This stuff here doesn't really matter. It just matters that we can change this here. Oh, but I can't assign it when they're assigned already. And I can't get them off this project either. Okay, so that's another issue. There needs to be a way to remove the employee from marketing. Otherwise, they're tied to this project forever. So I guess I need a button for that. Which one of these icons I can use for it? This is for firing. Maybe this one. I wonder what it's called though. So it's almost next to the firing one, so I can find by that. So let's see, icons. Presets. And where's the icons? Okay, fire. Quit. Wait, that's not it either. Employee quit. Okay, that's 57. Stop looking for employee. It's not perfect, but I don't know. It will do. Let's just rename it. So remove employee from task. And it will just reuse the same icon. Then, where do I place that? Guess next to the edit. I can just add it here. So it will be remove employee from task button, which is a long name. Stuff. Then we need to check if it's even assigned. So task is assigned, because we don't need that button when it's not assigned. The rest might be fine. Hopefully. But that button also needs functionality. So let's copy paste this stuff. Oh yeah, the text for it as well. Click to remove employee from the task. And again, should have the same exact checks. Maybe should have a confirmation pop-up as well, but we can do without one for now. So task remove employee. Let's quickly check. If this is the correct function anyway. It should be. Oh yeah, I also did not change the icon. Still edit. So I called it this, remove employee from task. Let's put that here. And then let's see. Should probably have the button borders as well, the same way like this does, or this one here. And what do you know, it works. So now I can assign them here, and this adds this new thingy, and it all works. Which is great. Now, I guess like to make it better, I could maybe remove the ones that are like excessive here. Should only have one empty one. But that's more like nitpicking, I feel like, at this point. But you know, I'll do that eventually. And so another thing that I wanted to add today was a button to basically discontinue this product. Up here, I do have an icon for it, I think. Not really though. But I can reuse the same one. It's not perfect, but it's an icon. And then there should be a confirmation there as well. But let's start by adding that icon first. Then we can see. Damn, it's hot. It really is hot here. Which probably means that I will not be streaming for too long today. But I do want to finish up some stuff at least. So where would that button go? Here somewhere. I guess I can reuse this cancel project button thingy here, which is the button that you can use like before the product is launched. Because it's like pretty much the same, the difference of just, you know what, what exactly is done here. So project has a cancel function, but does it have a discontinue function? Oh yeah, it's done in the same function. So even more reason to use the same thingy. So the only thing I need to make sure here then is that this button even shows up. So in production is the state for it being on sale. Which means that button should already be here. Wait, that's not right. Yeah, I used the wrong place there. in production goes here. Cancel product and click to discontinue this product. Still not here. So what's going on? Oh yeah, this is for the tool tips. Okay. Wait. Need to change this a little. There's some conditions here that would not apply for this stuff. So namely, the condition is it's making sure if the project is completed or not. But when it's on sale already, then it's always completed. So that condition would not apply here. So maybe like this. Yeah, here we go. So click to discontinue this product. I click. And the message here should be also discontinue, not cancel. So let's do that. That comes from here, doesn't it? Yep. So if it's in production, So discontinue. Let's look this text up. Okay. Let's take a look then. Yep. Are you sure you want to discontinue? And this other one, are you sure you want to cancel? But I think the icons should be different after all. Otherwise, it's kind of like hard to tell these apart. And either way, the launch date also should be shown here somewhere. So that way you can see which ones have already been launched and which ones are still in progress. So what if I discontinue? It disappears. And then it should also show the date for when it was taken off the market. Should also make sure that it's not being sold anymore, that these numbers don't rise. But it doesn't look like it is. It's okay. That stuff works now then. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream then, since it is really hot and it's kind of getting too much for me. I need to get some fresh air. I did want to work on trends as well, which would be kind of like this, a similar graphic for, you know, the like how wanted some product categories are, and then you'd have the same kind of like option to toggle this graph based on product categories and also perhaps the demographics. So you could like precisely determine like what different groups of people are looking for on the market. So yeah, basically I'm thinking I can just mostly copy the same graph or the functionality from it, but instead just change the numbers to reflect trends instead. And you'd still have these date pickers here and whatnot. So that's the plan. But yeah, I'll do that off the stream probably this week, and then maybe I can show it next time, assuming the stream will be on next time again, because who knows what can happen again. So anyway, yeah. So that was today's stream then. Now, I think I should talk about one thing that I've been thinking now. That on these few weeks when I was forced to cancel the stream, I had some more time to reflect on these streams and whatnot. And I was thinking that maybe there will be some point where I will not be streaming regularly anymore. But I'm not sure when that will happen exactly. There's plenty of reasons for it. I've definitely known and realized since the beginning that I don't have the most engaging personality for streaming. So therefore the viewership numbers have not been very high for my streams, and also the follower count has been rising very slowly for me. So maybe there's a medium that is more suited to me, and I'll have to test different things out. Originally, I started off years ago. I started off just writing a blog. That was fine. Actually, those brought in decent numbers. But it was kind of annoying doing that every week. And it seemed to take a lot of time out of my my schedule. And a lot of time that I did not spend on working on the game then. So one of the reasons why I've liked streaming is that while I stream, I can also work on the game. So that's kind of hitting two birds at once. But on the other hand, maybe there's something else I could be doing that could hit this several things as well. So I wonder if I did just YouTube development blogs instead, which would be shorter and would just sort of show what I've been up to. Maybe that would work better, but I'll have to test it out and see what the viewership numbers would be for that then. So that's the stuff that's been going on in my mind meanwhile, and I have not made any decisions yet on either side yet, but experimenting with different things probably is good either way. So yeah, I'll definitely let you know on my different outlets what I decide to do eventually. So on Twitter, on Discord, and elsewhere maybe. So keep an eye on that if you're interested in that stuff. And also feel free to provide me any feedback and stuff for what you think I could and should be doing instead. or should I still continue these streams in your opinion? But other than that, thanks for watching, everyone. I do still have fun with these streams, definitely. So it's not that it's not holding me back on that front. So anyway, thanks for watching, and bye. Maybe see you next week then. Next Monday. Yeah.